Today on StockCharts In Focus, we're digging into one of my personal favorite tools on the site, the symbol summary page, our unique full quote summary page to help you research stocks, ETFs, and more. Now, a lot of you are probably familiar with this page, but a lot of you might not be using it in your existing workflow. In either case, whether you're using it or not, I'm going to show you how it works, show you all around the tool, and show you how I personally use it in my approach to the market. So it's always fun when I get to dive into one of the tools on the site and show you how I'm personally using it. And this is going to be a great opportunity to do that. Lots of tips, tricks, and more coming to you with today's overview of symbol summary. So we're going to get into all that, and we're going to show you how it works in ACP too, because this is actually a feature of our new advanced charting platform. So you know the drill. It's all new. It's all here. It's StockCharts in Focus. So welcome to the show, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of StockCharts in Focus. Of course, if you're new to the show, this is our product-focused show on StockCharts TV. We really take a look every week, every Friday, at what's going on around the site, dive into the tools, dig into the features, make sure that you're getting the most out of the site that you possibly can. Whether you're a free user or whether you're a paid member, digging into our most powerful tools and features. So this is the place to learn about it. This is where we really get to get into the product, get into the site, and make sure that you know everything that's there on StockCharts, because there is a ton there to dig into. So every Friday, again, if you're new to the show, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on StockCharts TV, and then also up on our YouTube channel after that. StockCharts in Focus, new episodes coming out every week. My name is Grayson Roze. I'm the Vice President of Operations here at StockCharts. And today is going to be a really fun episode, because what we get to do on an episode like this is really not only dig into the tools and the features, but I get to show you how I personally use it in my own active approach to the market. So today we're digging into one of my personal favorite tools, symbol summary. This is one that I use a ton, and it's relatively new on StockCharts. We actually only introduced this last year. It's just about a year old, and it's continuing to evolve. We've got big plans for where symbol summary is going this year and beyond. So I want to show you all that's there now, show you how you can get a ton out of this tool. And we're going to do some fun things like show you how it can work on mobile phones. That's actually a great use for it, either your tablets or your phones. This is a great tool to use on the go when you're sort of not at your big screen there with your desktop or your laptop. But we're also going to show you how it works in ACP. We've built the symbol summary features into ACP directly, of course, our new interactive advanced charting platform. So we're going to get into all of that. It's going to be a packed episode, but I think you're going to get a ton out of it. So let's get started. So first things first, I want to show you how to get to the symbol summary page. There's a ton there once we do, but I want to make sure that you're aware of how you can access this tool, because there are a couple of different ways to do it. Now, the most powerful, the most common is going to be up here at the top of any page across the site, where you enter a ticker symbol to create a chart generally. If you open this menu here, this little gray menu, and select symbol summary, that's going to allow you to type in a ticker symbol and jump right over to the symbol summary page from anywhere on StockCharts. So that's going to be your most common. That's going to be your go-to. You can type in a ticker symbol right here after you select symbol summary and jump right over there. But there are a couple of other ways that you can also get to this page. I want to show you around those really quickly. Here we are on the members dashboard, the first page that you see when you log in. And there are a couple different ways to get to the symbol summary from here. One of them is over here in the member tools area. If you scroll through this little panel, past the charting tools down to summary pages, you'll see that one of the entries in that list is symbol summary. So if you want to jump over to the symbol summary page from here, that's another easy way to do it. Now, as we scroll down this page, I'm going to jump down to my chart lists. Of course, chart lists are where you save charts. If you're not a member, you're not going to be familiar with chart lists, but that's actually where you save charts into your account, organize them into watch lists, portfolios, anything like that. So I'm going to jump into one of my chart lists. And if you're a member, this is going to look familiar to you. Here in the chart list view, on the left side, you have a list of links. And actually, the first icon in that little list of links is the symbol summary page. So anytime you're looking at one of your chart lists, you can also click that little symbol summary icon right there, the one that looks like a file with a $ on it. You click that, that'll take you right over to the symbol summary for that symbol that you're looking at. So in this case, AGYS, if I click that right there, I'm going to jump over to the symbol summary page for that specific symbol. Now, another thing that I can do though is go over to the charts and tools page. If you're a free user, this is going to be familiar to you. This is kind of the landing page for all of our tools and features, the directory, if you will, of everything that's there. Two ways to get to symbol summary from here. There's a link over on the right side of the page under summary pages, but most importantly, down the page a little bit under the symbol pages, summary pages group, there's a card for that symbol summary. And again, you can type in a ticker symbol. Let's say you wanted to type in Microsoft, type in a ticker symbol there, hit enter, and you're off to the races. You'll be over on symbol summary. Now, one other one though that I want to make sure everyone knows about is from the SharpCharts workbench. So I'm going to change this over to SharpCharts. I'm going to pull up Microsoft. Here we are now on a chart of Microsoft. This is probably a page that looks very, very familiar to you if you're used to our primary sort of legacy tool, SharpCharts on StockCharts.com. When you scroll down though to the bottom of this page, there's a list of links that jump you over to actually a bunch of our other tools. So you've got symbol summary in there, you've got ACP and point and figure, some of our other visualization tools like perf charts and candle glance, lots of options here in this row of links down at the bottom of that SharpCharts page. So again, you type in a ticker symbol, you come down to the bottom of the SharpCharts workbench, and you can click symbol summary from here to jump right over to that. That's actually a common way that I get over to the symbol summary page when I'm charting something, when I'm looking at something on the SharpCharts workbench, and I want to sort of get that next level up, that higher level view of that symbol. Rather than going to the top of the screen and typing it in, I just come down here, click symbol summary, and I'm good to go. So here we are on the symbol summary page. Welcome to symbol summary. Now, if you're not familiar with this page, what it is, it's sort of a complement to the full quote feature of our charts. In both ACP and SharpCharts, we have something called full quote that brings in more data. It brings in things like bid ask and PE ratios and market cap, all of that kind of at the top of your charts. Now, we've expanded on that here with symbol summary by bringing sort of a full quote page that's its own resource. It stands on its own and it brings in a lot more data than what you get on just a chart. So this is where we started to bring in earnings data. We started to bring in more fundamentals, some technical snapshots, market cap, corporate descriptions, lots and lots of good stuff here on symbol summary, again, sort of for that high level research. When you're just kind of looking at one symbol, from one symbol to another one, sort of going from one to another one, this is a great place to do that. It really does provide sort of a high level overview for any symbol that you're looking at. That applies to stocks, ETFs. It also has some great features for mutual funds, indexes, any symbol on stock charts, really. This is going to be a great page to come and use. So we're going to dig into all the features that are on this page, and then we're also going to show you how we've built this into ACP. So we're going to start here at the top of the symbol summary page, and I've pulled up Microsoft. Microsoft is just a nice, easy one to use. At the top of this page, you'll see that you get some high-level information about the symbol. So you get the exchange, the country, the sector and industry group that this stock, in this case, is a part of. You get the name and the symbol, and then some high-level price data. So what is it doing today? The market cap, how many shares it's trading today, what the volume is. Just sort of a high-level price snapshot at the top of the symbol summary page. Now, we've actually brought in after-hours data to this page as well. So if we were looking at this in either the pre-market session or the post-market session, you'll actually see after-hours data pop up on this page, kind of right here in this empty space right there. So after hours, this is actually a great place to come, jump over and see how things are moving in maybe the post-market session. If Microsoft had just reported earnings, for instance, this would be a great place to see how it's trading after hours, after the session ends and after it reports earnings. So after hours data is on this page right now, and I'm dropping a bomb here a little bit. I'm giving you a sneak peek. we're actually going to be bringing out after hours charting very, very soon. So we're building on that after hours data that we already have in symbol summary. That's going to be available within the next couple of weeks. So we'll be sure to highlight that here on StockCharts In Focus, do a whole episode on after hours charting, both in SharpCharts and ACP. So I'll save that for now. I shouldn't have said that. I'm letting the cat out of the bag there, but look for that really, really soon. So anyways, in addition to this sort of high-level price data, you have when we scroll down this page, you have a chart, sort of a mini chart, just gives you a quick view of how prices are moving in different time frames. So we default here to 6 months, but you have options. You can jump from 2 days to 5 days to 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, all the way up to a 5-year chart. Microsoft, what a trend over the last 5 years. Just a beautiful one there. But again, that is actually going to default to 6 months. And there is a way to customize charts like this around the site. We're going to do a special episode on that down the road. But a lot of these charts that you see built into some of the tools, like the market summary page or the industry summary page, a lot of those actually can be customized. So there's some information on that in our help docs, but we'll have to do a special episode on that really soon. Now, in addition to that chart, you have a couple of different options. At the bottom, again, kind of what we showed on that SharpCharts workbench, you can actually jump over to some of the different tools right from here. So if you wanted to pull up a P&F chart, for instance, of Microsoft, look for the little P&F icon there at the bottom of the screen. Gallery view, perf chart, seasonality. You can actually jump to historical data for Microsoft with that little hourglass icon too. So a couple of different options here at the bottom below the chart. You also have an advanced chart button, which will jump you right over to ACP with this symbol preloaded. So a nice way to launch ACP right from here if you're sort of jumping around from symbol summary and then you want to get over to an advanced chart in ACP. Now, next to that, I'm going to skip the member actions for right now. We'll come back to that in a minute. But next to that, you have a summary panel. This includes a whole lot of sort of high-level data, how we've been moving in the last couple of days, what the previous close is, for instance, the 52-week range on this symbol that you're looking at, what the all-time high is, EPS, next earnings date, the previous earnings date. This is a great place to come and see, when a stock, in this case, is reporting earnings, whether it's just reported or whether it's coming up soon. Dividend info, options info, lots of kind of high-level summary data for any symbol that you're looking at here in this panel. Below that, we split it between fundamentals and technicals. So on the left, we've got a fundamentals panel with a lot of new data that we've just brought to StockCharts in the last year. So a lot of things that we didn't have before, like total sales, price to book, price to cash flow, all those kinds of things. Percent held by institutions is a great one. I look at that quite a lot. So lots of fundamental data that you can visualize here for any symbol that you're looking at. And again, that's actually something that we're going to be expanding in 2021 and beyond, bringing more fundamental data to the site and allowing you to actually chart that on your price charts right next to your standard technical indicators. So look for more on that fundamentals coming soon. But right now, we do have sort of a great fundamental summary for different stocks that you're looking at right here on the symbol summary page. Then next to that, we've got some common technicals. So a lot of price relative to different key moving averages. We have some of the performance statistics for what it's done in the last 5 days, 1 month, 3 month, that kind of thing. And then some of the common technical indicator values like the RSI. Where's the RSI sitting here on Microsoft? We can see that it's sitting in sort of the mid 60s. So you can visualize a couple of things like that. Just sort of look that up right here from this technicals panel. So a great complement to the chart. If you want to dive in and get a high level, really detailed view of the chart, you can do that easily with either the advanced chart button or any of these links down at the bottom. But it's kind of a quick snapshot of how some of the technicals are stacking up. We've got that summary for you right here. Now, below that, we have a scooter panel. Again, kind of building on that technical theme. We've brought some interesting visualizations here built around the scooter rank. If you're not familiar with the scooter, that's actually the StockCharts technical rank. It's based on John Murphy's approach to the market, and it's our way of ranking all of the stocks and ETFs in a specific group. So we break it down into large caps, mid caps, small caps, US ETFs, different things like that. We have one that we just launched for industry groups, actually, for the Dow Jones industry groups. But we break up these different groups of symbols, and then we apply the same criteria to each one in that group, each symbol in that group, and it spits out a ranking. And so it's a quick way to get a sort of technical measure. How strong is this from a technical perspective relative to its peers? So in this case, Microsoft, part of the large cap universe, which you can see here, Microsoft is kind of in the middle. It's sort of drifting sideways. And so sitting there in the 40s, it's been bouncing around a little bit, but sitting there in the 40s, you can see that Microsoft is kind of average from a technical perspective. It's not one of the leaders. It's not one of the high-flying names in the large cap group, but it's also not one of the laggards. It's not down there at the bottom of the group. So we've brought this little scooter visualization, which at a quick glance gives you the value, how it's changed in the last session, and a nice visualization there at different values. This is going to be colored differently. So, dark red, that's going to be a low scooter value. And when you get up here to something in the 80s and the 90s, it's going to be a nice bright green. So I love this little scooter visualization there. But then you also get a little bit of history to it. So we go back a few months and create this little scooter value graph, because we can actually track that over time. It's something that I personally have on my charts. So I love to come down here and look at the scooter rank and sort of quickly see how that scooter rank for a stock or an ETF that I'm looking at has been moving over the last couple of months. You can quickly jump to the full scooter reports, by the way, from right here or from right here. So a couple of different ways to get there. But this is a nice little complement there. Particularly in addition to that technicals panel, I find that having this scooter rank is a kind of a nice quick filter, if you will. So below that, we have two panels that are actually coming soon. Two of the things that we're going to be adding this year: earnings history and how that stock has been reporting in different quarters relative to the estimates, whether it's been beating, whether it's been missing. All of that is going to be coming soon here in this earnings panel. And then also an analyst ratings panel. We're going to be bringing that out very soon, bringing you kind of a look at what the analysts are saying about any stock that you're looking at here on Symbol Summary. So this page is continuing to evolve. We got some more stuff coming soon here with additional fundamental data, earnings history, analyst ratings, lots of good stuff coming. So look for that really soon. Below that, this is one that I'm finding I use quite a lot for different stocks that I'm researching. In the case of something like Microsoft, you probably know what they do. But if you're looking up something more obscure, maybe you just discovered a new symbol, this is a great place to come. Down here in the profile section, you'll get kind of a quick overview of what that company does. If you're researching a specific stock, for instance, something more obscure that you're not very familiar with, you'll get a quick snapshot of actually where the company is located. We give the corporate address there, the headquarters. Sector and industry is repeated down here. You'll get a sense of how many employees are at the company. And then the big thing is this corporate description. We call this the corporate profile. I love to come and read up on some of these companies, maybe jump over to their website too. You can actually do that. Give that a click. It'll jump you right over to the company's website. But I find that this is a great way to get a sense of, some of these companies that you're finding. What are they? What do they do? Learn more about maybe even some of the history. For example, you can see some of the history of Microsoft actually in this brief description. So the corporate profile actually is one for stocks that I'm researching, one that I use quite a lot. Now, below that are a couple of interesting panels that I want to dive into right now. So the one on the left is predefined scans for the symbol that you're looking at. So in this case, we're looking at predefined scans for Microsoft. Now, predefined scans are something that we have as a standalone page. We'll have to do a separate episode on that. It's a great feature. Maybe we'll save that for next week. But predefined scans are things that we run, sort of popular scans that a lot of our users are asking for. A lot of our users are running things that a lot of our experts like to run, for instance. So we have a whole list of predefined scans that we run every day, and that's actually a resource that you can use as a StockCharts user, as a StockCharts member. You can run those predefined scans, really easily get a list of kind of what's fitting different criteria. So here on the symbol summary page, what we do is we go out to that predefined scans page, we reach in there and we say, has Microsoft triggered any of these? And if so, we list it right here. And each one of these is actually linked. So you can jump right over to the full list of, for instance, other stocks that are making a PNF triple top breakout. That's one that I personally love to look for. So actually, this is great to see here from Microsoft. I'm going to have to dig into this after the show. But this is a great way to see sort of what are some of the predefined scans that Microsoft, in this case, is triggering. Now, sometimes it hasn't triggered anything. I was looking at Apple earlier, hadn't actually triggered any of our predefined scans, just kind of been drifting sideways a little bit. But in the case of Microsoft, it's actually been making some pretty interesting moves. CCI buy signal, that's an interesting one to see. So this is a great way to see some of the predefined scans that any symbol you're researching has recently triggered. Now, in this case, I actually don't have any alerts set up for Microsoft, but if I did, if I had specific price alerts, for instance, set up for Microsoft, those would actually appear right here. So this is a great way to see sort of different things that you've set up for a specific symbol in your account. And building off of that, one that I do use quite a lot is the final panel here on Symbol Summary. This is chart lists that you've saved in your own account that include Microsoft. So kind of similar to that predefined scans panel that we just looked at a second ago, or the alerts panel. We are going to basically reach into your account and say, have you saved this symbol, in this case Microsoft, to any chart lists? We're going to go sweep all of your chart lists and list them right here on the symbol summary page. So this is a great way to see, where you've saved a Microsoft chart. Actually, if you know that you've saved a chart of Microsoft, but you can't remember which chart list it's in, this is a great place to come. Jump over to the symbol summary page and we'll quickly tell you where you've saved that symbol in your account. So it's a great way to do that. But also I do things, for instance, like keeping what I call theme trade lists. So I'm constantly keeping these different theme trade lists for big themes in the market. Things like remote work or cloud adoption, cybersecurity, digital retail, those kinds of things. I like to keep lists full of stocks that fit those different themes, and actually ETFs that fit those different themes. And so I'm constantly coming over to the symbol summary page and looking up, hey, have I saved this into one of those theme trade lists? And in this case, you can see that I've saved Microsoft into my cloud adoption theme list and my remote work theme list. So a couple of different ones there. And so it gives me a quick sense of kind of where I've saved this symbol in my own account. So I actually use this panel quite a lot here on the symbol summary page. It's a great way to sort of almost research my own account and what I've saved. So a great tool there. Now at the very bottom, again, you've got a list of a lot of different tools that you can quickly jump over to. If you've sort of scanned all the way to the bottom of the symbol summary page, you can take a look at this and jump over to any of our other tools. But I'm going to scroll us back up to the top of the page and cover some of the tools at the top that I didn't mention when we first started. So the first one that I want to mention is this little row of links right here. Now, this is a quick way to jump to specific sections on this page. So for instance, if you wanted to get right to that corporate profile, you pulled up the symbol summary for Microsoft and you want to jump right to that corporate profile, look for that link right here, hit profile, and we're automatically going to scroll you down to that section on the page. So it's kind of grayed out there at the top. It's pretty subtle, but this is actually a great way to get down to specific sections of this page without having to scroll through all of the panels. Specifically when you're on a mobile device, this is a great little trick because up at the top, if you want to jump down to the bottom, you don't have to sit there scrolling through the whole page. You can just click profile, click chart list, whatever you want to jump to, and we're automatically going to jump you down to that section. So really helpful there. Now, two other things that I use a lot on the symbol summary page, though, are these little member actions. So if you are a StockCharts member, let's say you're researching different stocks, you find one that you like, you've gone down, you've read that corporate profile, it sounds interesting, the fundamentals look great, the technicals look awesome, and you want to save that to your account right from this symbol summary page. You can click this Add to Chart List button. That's going to pop up this little dialog. And from here, all you got to do is select a chart list that you want to save it into. Let's say I wanted to save it into my tier 1 watch list, what I call my tier 1 watch list. You set a name for that chart. If I wanted to modify the name, you can do that right here. Just highlight that and type anything you want. We're going to preload that with the symbol and the company name. So that'll be loaded in there for you. But then you can also select a specific chart style. So let's say you wanted to do some sort of longer term chart style. In my case, I've got some weekly charts here. Here's my weekly stock style. So let's say I wanted to save this with a weekly chart instead of my default daily. You can select a chart style right there. So an easy way to save symbols to your account right from the symbol summary page here with that add to chart list button. You can also create basic price alerts for different stocks and funds that you're looking at on the symbol summary page right from here. So again, you click that create alert button. We're going to pop up this dialog and you get some different options. You actually get a little mini chart. It'll show you how many alerts you've set in your account. But for instance, if I wanted to say, alert me when Microsoft crosses above a specific price, or if I wanted to click this little percent icon and I wanted to say, alert me when Microsoft crosses above 5% up, when it's more than 5% up on its current price. I can select that from the menu. It's going to load that price in there. I get to select how I want that to be delivered, whether it's a site notification or an email or a text message. And then I hit save. And now I've actually got an alert created for Microsoft. Now, before we jump over to ACP and I show you the symbol summary panel there, I want to give you one trick that I've personally been using that's really, really helped me out. I think it might help you too. One of the features that we just rolled out on StockCharts is a unique little starring system. So in this menu here at the top of the screen, again, that create a chart bar, you notice that some of the tools in that menu actually have a little star by them. Now, in my case here on my laptop, I've starred ACP because I want that to be sort of my default. So when I star something here, it's going to appear across every page around the site. If you prefer SharpCharts, you can star SharpCharts, and then any page that you go to around the site is automatically going to pull in SharpChart as sort of the default option in this menu. What I've been doing on my phone and on my tablet, though, on my iPad, what I've been doing is actually starring symbol summary, because the symbol summary page is a great tool when I'm sort of out on the go, researching different symbols, looking things up. It gives me a quick chart. It gives me a sort of a high level overview of that symbol. I can save it to my account really easily, do a little more research on it later. So when I'm on my phone, I've actually starred in StockCharts the symbol summary option on my phone. And I've starred the ACP option on my laptop. So what that's going to allow me to do is every time I go to StockCharts on my phone, it makes it really easy from any page around the site to get to symbol summary from my phone. That's sort of going to be my default option when I use that bar at the top of the screen. Now, the key there is that this star is actually not saved to your account. It's actually saved to whatever browser you're on. So from device to device, it's actually going to be different. You can set up different options on your tablet, your phone, your laptop, your desktop. Each one is independent. So it's not actually a setting that's saved to your account. It's actually stored in the browser. So again, on my laptop, I love to have ACP as my default option because I got a lot of screen real estate to work with and I want to really sort of dive into the charts. On my phone though, when I'm just kind of out on the go researching stocks, looking things up, I've actually selected symbol summary as my default option. I find that that works a little better for me. So depending on which device you're on, you can use this little starring system to set your preference. And I'm finding that symbol summary is a great option for when you're out on the go and you got your mobile device, you got your phone or your tablet. Symbol summary is sort of my go-to. Now, one other thing that we want to cover is symbol summary and ACP. We're going to wrap up really quick here. But when I click that advanced chart button, you'll see now, here we are in ACP, our full screen interactive advanced charting platform. Over on the right side of the screen, again, look for that little file with a $ icon. And when you click that, any symbol that you have on the screen in ACP, we're going to pull in a symbol summary view right here in ACP in this panel. So again, very similar stuff. Everything that you see on the standard symbol summary page is going to be over here in the ACP view, including after hours data. If we were in the pre or post market session, that's actually going to be a part of this panel as well. So sort of a high level overview, you got market cap and volume and latest price data, all that good stuff. A summary tab that matches the symbol summary, a fundamentals tab that matches the fundamentals tab over on the symbol summary, technicals, scooters, that corporate profile, all of that is right here for you in ACP. And again, if you had multiple charts up on the screen, or if you're flipping from one symbol to another one, you can always leave this symbol summary open and it's automatically going to jump from one symbol to the next. So for instance, if I type in Apple, now it's going to switch over to be a symbol summary of Apple. If I type in Netflix, now I've got a symbol summary of Netflix. So it's going to sort of follow along with whatever you're actively charting. So a great little feature there in ACP. I'm finding that I use that all the time in the platform. So this has been a whirlwind tour of our symbol summary page and symbol summary in ACP. Hopefully you've gotten a lot out of it though. There's been a lot here to unpack. There's a lot to explore. Some great features of symbol summary that are out there now and more coming soon as we continue to evolve this resource on StockCharts. New data, new options, new views, lots more coming to symbol summary in the near future. So definitely go play around with this. Use it on your phone. I think you'll find it's a great option when you're out on the go. And dig into it in ACP. It's another great feature that we've built right into our new advanced charting platform there with symbol summary right on the right side of the platform. So lots to explore. Again, my name is Grayson Roze. I want to thank you so much for being with me today here on StockCharts In Focus. Remember, we do this show every Friday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on StockCharts TV, and you can find it on our YouTube channel as well. So again, join me next week. Hope you got a lot out of this show, and we'll see you next time for another edition of StockCharts In Focus coming very soon. Until then, chart on, my friends. Hey, Grayson Roze here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.